years, you might just want to let that bad boy ride out. Maybe you don't want to start contacting those people. Maybe you don't want to file a dispute against them because you don't want them starting to look into you to try to get their money out of you. All right? So make sure that you use a strategy that's going to be helpful for you when it comes to your money and it comes to your credit. Make sure you use a strategy that's going to be helpful for you. Another thing I want you to do, I want everybody to do this because I get this all of the time from my clients as well as people that I just talk to on the phone and email me and things of that nature. I need you to manage your expectations. Manage your expectations when it comes to your credit. This won't happen overnight. Like literally, you did not get into this mess overnight. It's not going to happen overnight for your credit score to jump and be a perfect credit score. That's just not going to happen. You're most likely not going to go from a 580 to a 780 in 30 days. Now I know. Somebody out there is gonna say, but I saw on the internet that this guy raised his score 200 points in 30 days. If it sounds too good to be true, then it probably is, right? You heard that phrase before, right? So I'm gonna tell you now, you can certainly increase your credit score, and you can certainly increase your credit score, or I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here if you couldn't increase your credit score. You can always rebuild your credit, or I wouldn't be here. I started at 585 myself. Go read my book, 5 Pillars of Credit, $3 on Amazon. Go get it, 5 Pillars of Credit for $3 on Amazon. Go get that book, and you can see that it can be done. That definitely be done. But think about it. When you file a dispute, so think about it. Here's one way that maybe some of these claims are partially true or whatever. But think about it like this. So when you file a dispute, and you may not even know this, but here's how it works. When you file a dispute, the company that you filed against has 30 days to respond, right? You're managing your expectations, right? So once they respond, then and only then does the credit bureau review and then take action. Now, any action could take up to a month or two to reflect on your credit score. So even if they get it done in 30 days, then they come back and the credit bureau, TransUnion, Equifax, or Experian, they get theirs done in 3 days or whatever. The FICO score updates once a month. I don't care what Credit Karma says or Vantage Score. FICO's going to update once a month. So then you got to wait to the next update. Now you wait to the next update. That doesn't mean that your score is absolutely going to jump once that particular thing comes off, if it comes off in your favor. So you need to manage your expectations. It could take a couple of months for that to happen. So just make sure you do those things. And then I also hear, but my friend sent me a picture of her score and it's up 131 points and only in 1 week when she was dealing with so-and-so and XYZ company. Okay, I understand. I see those too. Let me tell you a little bit how this works. It's certainly possible, again, and there's apps out there and software out there that will calculate how your score will rise if the actions you took turn out in your favor. But the vast majority of the time, when something like this occurs, here's how it happens. So when you file a dispute, while that particular account is in dispute, the credit bureaus will take that bad account out of your calculation. So you kind of see it's almost like a simulator. Credit bureaus, they're going to take that out of your calculation while it's in dispute. So basically it's giving you a false or incorrect current credit score. So this is how it works. So this was kind of well known. It was a secret, but a well-known secret in the mortgage industry with mortgage lenders. To help you get approved, what they would do is they say, hey, you've got this collection on your credit report. We're going to file a dispute on this collection. We'll do it on your behalf, or they'll have you do it. And when they did those things, that particular collection came out of your credit score, and so then you have a new credit score. They print your credit score, they send it off to the underwriter, and hope and wish and pray that the underwriter doesn't take a look and see, hey, there's an account in dispute, and so maybe this score isn't the right score because this account is in dispute. And so what will happen is they will send it in, and then they hope and wish and pray that you get approved and close within 30 days before that dispute comes back. Because it could come back negative against you. It could come back that is your account and you're going to have to pay it and whatnot. That's what they would do because that calculation is pulled out. So when you see, sometimes you see my credit score went up 131 points and things of that nature, especially when somebody first start working with a collection, not a collection agency, but someone that deals with their credit, because one of the first things they're going to do is dispute items. And if you got 5, 10, 8 items on your credit report that need to be a dispute needs to be filed against, then they're going to file those dispute on all of those, and then that calculation is going to fall out of your credit report, which makes your score soar. And I mean that they're all going to stay off of your credit report or whatever, but it's going to soar for a little bit anyway, and it's probably going to fall. It's probably going to fall because most of the collections that are on your credit report are actually yours, and you got to deal with them some way or another. That's what happens. So make sure you guard yourself when it comes to those kinds of things as well. All right. So manage your expectations, and that's about it. I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna let y'all go today. That's about it when it comes to rebuilding your credit. If you need additional help, you always can contact me. I've given you that number out and everything 100 times this show. It feels like 312-600-5855. You can call me there. We can talk about what's going on with your credit score, or email me. Get on my calendar. And men, Tuesday is your day. Tuesday, July the 2nd, all day is your day. Contact me 800@creditscoreman.com and get on my calendar so we can go ahead and hash out some of these things so you can lead not only on bringing bread into the house and getting kids to daycare and paying for the house and paying for this and paying for that, as well as emotionally being there for them and going to baseball games and going to concerts and going to all the stuff that you do as a man. You can also lead and take them to church and all those things. You can also lead when it comes to your finances as well. So contact me. Let's get this rolling for you guys. 312-600-5855. So I think that's the last thing. So when it comes to rebuilding your credit, manage those expectations. It's going to come. You just got to stay the course. Make sure that you pay on time and keep listening to the 800 Credit Score Man show, because there are other things. With 125, 126 shows, whatever it is, there's a whole bunch of things, a whole bunch of nuance that starts in there. Oh, I told you guys about collections. Today is a bad day for collections now. So we're at the end of the month, which is at the end of a quarter. So when I say deal with your collections, July the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, the next month really isn't the best time to deal with those collections. But what you can do is prepare to deal with those collections, whether that's saving money so you can pay some off, then you want to contact them and things of that nature. Come back and listen to the 800 Credit Score Man show so I can tell you when to do it. I'll tell you now, July, August, and then September. September is going to be the time that you're absolutely going to want to deal with your collections. You can do it at the end of July. You can do it at the end of August if you like. That's even better. But the end of September is going to be the best time for you to go ahead and deal with your collection. So start preparing now. Start preparing now so you can take care of any of those things, so you can get your credit score to where you want to go. And nobody can tell you that you can't get something, whatever you need to do. You can't finance this, you can't finance that, because you know your worth when it comes to credit. So I'm out of here today, you guys. You know how I got to do before I get out of here. Kobe, Cameron, and Carter, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. I'm out.